Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now, this video is another episode of League Discussion. This is the series where I take a topic, rip it apart with my own opinions and experiences, and encourage you guys to give your experiences and opinions in the comments section below. Now, today's topic is tilting, the whole thing around tilting. So why does it happen? What is it? How do you get off tilting and how do you prevent tilting? And I don't think this league discussion is going to be very long, just a bit of a warning, because it's pretty easy to understand what tilting is, and it's pretty easy to get off tilt if you know how. Now again, just to quickly say, this is from my personal opinion. This is what has worked for me to allow me to be a diamond player for the last few seasons. It's just simply what's worked for me. Everybody is different, you know, everybody has different backgrounds. I come from a sports background that we were taught to do different things, so this may not work for you, but it has worked for me. So just quickly understand what tilting is. Tilting is all mindset. Tilting is all in your mind. It's nothing to do with your mechanics. It's nothing to do with, oh, I just can't make my mouse move in the right way today. I can't press my ultimate in the right way. That has nothing to do with it. It's all your mindset. It's all thinking, nothing I do right now is going to allow me to win. You know, it's going into a game already in a little bit of a negative attitude and or being like, oh, I'm just going to, like, I'm feeding. You know, you recognize that you're feeding and you just can't do anything about it. And a lot of these people that recognize that they're on tilt continue playing solo queue, which in my opinion is the worst thing you can do. So tilting, just to kind of further explain, is when you're in your, like, a bad mindset, and you continue playing, and no matter what you do, you could be playing jungle and you could be thinking the gank you're about to do is amazing and it just goes really bad. Like, in your head you're picturing it, what it's going to be, and then it turns out nothing like that because your mindset isn't just there. You know, you're not picturing it in the right way, or your mindset is blocking, like, from what you actually can do mechanically. Like, it's all mindset. So when you realize what tilting is, it is fairly easy to kind of see when you're on tilt and also how to counter it and how to prevent it. So seeing when you're on tilt is as simple as looking at your match history and understanding yourself. So in my opinion, if you've played 2 to 3 solo queue games and you've fed in all 3, that means to me that you're potentially on tilt. Now, to many people, there are people out there, and just to say, there are people out there that feed in every single solo queue game that they play, but they manage to be kind of useful, and they're not on tilt. So you have to kind of see as an individual, like, are you on tilt or not? But in my opinion, if, like, me as a person, as myself, if I look in my match history, and for the last 2-3 games, I've been just feeding and playing awfully, I myself know then, oh, I'm on tilt. You know, I'm just playing badly. I'm going to stop playing solo queue right now. And that is the big advice that I want to give. If you have recognized that you're not playing well and you're potentially on tilt, do not go in another game of solo queue until you know that you've resolved it. Because, again, a lot of people want to be higher rated in this game, and a lot of people want to be diamond, or they want to just be gold if they're like bronze or silver. And the worst thing you can do is playing when you're not playing well. Like, that's just obvious. And it's just identifying when you're not playing well, identifying when you're on tilt, and that will probably help you quite a bit. Because again, there are people out there that will play 10 solo queue games a day, and they could feed in every single one of them games, but they won't stop playing. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense, but hey-ho. So that is what tilting is. It's just you're in a bad mindset, and you're just playing badly, even though you potentially are thinking that things might go okay. So how do you prevent tilting, and how do you get out of being on tilt? So preventing tilting is nearly impossible. Like, everybody will at one stage tilt. That is the first thing to say. Nobody's immune to it. LCS professionals tilt. It's a normal thing to happen. The thing that it is a easy correlation to make, people that care about what rating they are, people that care about League of Legends a lot, tend to tilt more often, because they put so much of their emotion into the game that when they lose a game of solo queue, their head and their mindset just goes downhill really quickly. So like someone like me, I care about League of Legends quite a bit. You know, I have a YouTube channel that people care about. I try to teach people the game. But if I lose a game of solo queue, my head doesn't go down. It might go down a little bit, but I'm not going to be down in the dumps. Like, I can always just win the next game. There are some people out there that care about their rating and care about not losing so much that it, like, destroys them when they lose a game of solo queue. And that's the thing to say. If you're somebody that can't take losing, you're like, one thing to say, just in life in general, you're going to lose sometimes, and you got to get over that. And especially in a video game, if you can't take losing, don't play solo queue, because you are going to lose pretty much 50% of the time on average, maybe even more. And it's a normal part of the game. And if you can't take it, then you're going to live in tilt. Like, again, tilting is mindset, and it's when you're in a bad mindset. So all I'd say is identify if you're somebody that does take losing badly, and just try to take a step back from League of Legends. Like, you don't have to stop playing. What I mean is, don't care about it as much. You know, it's a video game that you're supposed to be having fun in. Identify if you're actually having fun with getting that mad or that upset with losing. Like, just have fun with the game is my opinion, and my advice, because it's not worth getting that angry or upset with just simply losing a video game, a game of solo queue. Because again, one loss in the grand scheme of things means nothing. Like, if you believe you're a good player, losing practically means nothing, because if you're a good player, you'll get to the rating you deserve anyway. Like, it just will happen over time. So that is kind of what I'd say, is just identify if you're somebody that can't deal with losing, and just try to make yourself a little bit calmer and not care about League as much. Because again, just to kind of say the point once more, people that care about this game, so like professionals or people that just are really into this game, tend to tilt more often. And now professionals, you see them all the time on stream, you see them feeding every now and then. It's because they're on tilt. It's because they have to play this game 24/7, and if they're on tilt, it explodes into way more than a normal player. So let's just quickly go over the final point. And again, I said this wasn't going to be a massive discussion, because it's a fairly basic one to me anyway. It's how do you get yourself off tilt? Now, again, these topics, or this series, is talking about my personal experience with the topic. And I only can really give one example with this whole thing of how to get off tilt, because it's the only one I actually do. I don't do any other thing than what I do. So if I find that I'm on tilt, and I'll go on tilt every now and then, I'm not a god, I'm human, I'll go on tilt, and what I do is I stop playing League of Legends. And this is what I'd recommend. I'd at least, try it if you haven't. Stop playing League of Legends and go onto a different video game, or even go out and have a walk or something. Go play football, go play tennis, go play something else, or go do something else. But I'd recommend, if you are a gamer, which you probably are, is play a different video game for a little while. So to me, and it doesn't take much, I'll be on tilt, and again, how do I recognise that? It's 2 to 3 games of me feeding, like me personally feeding. I'm on tilt. Okay, I'm on tilt. I'm going to stop playing solo queue. I'm going to stop playing League of Legends. I'm going to go on my PS4, and I'm going to play some Call of Duty. Pretty much that's what I do. I go play Call of Duty, and I continue playing Call of Duty until I do well in it. Literally, until I do well. I could play 5 rounds on Call of Duty, and then the last round, I play really well. And I won the game of Call of Duty, and that to me, boom, snaps me out the mentality of being on tilt. Like, literally, winning at a different video game gets me off tilt, because tilt has nothing really to do with League of Legends. Tilt has everything to do with your own mindset. And this is where you can tilt as a Call of Duty player, you could tilt as a Grand Theft Auto player, or a racing driver. You can tilt in every aspect of your life, because it's just mindset. And it's just, you need to do something to get yourself out of that mindset. And for me, it's winning at a different video game. It's doing well at a different video game. And then simply I'm off tilt for everything. Like, that is pretty much it. And that's all I can advise, because that's what I do. And I don't do anything else. That is how I get off tilt myself. So that's pretty much it. I thought I'd make this video, as it is a topic that people do ask about a lot. So again, that is the only way that I know. So if you guys have different ways that you get off tilt, in the comment section below, feel free to share your opinions and what do you do, etc. So that is pretty much it. So thank you all very much for watching or listening, and I'll see you guys next time. So like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and goodbye. So see ya.